All right, now I'm gonna talk. Anyways, like I've been trying to start saying for like the last 10-15 minutes. Also, a little bit of flex time. I had my hair in braids for the last couple weeks, for the last couple vids. So it's gonna be over my face like this, and I'm gonna read the whole article like a dreadhead rasta man. Epic reveals more information about the Disney Fortnite experience. Now, I have no idea what they're talking about, a Disney Fortnite experience, but I did see a headline earlier. I didn't think it was worth saying. Basically, it was talking about how Disney said they didn't want every one of their characters to be allowed to hold a gun. Like, if you use the skin, you can't use a gun or something like that. So I thought this would be interesting to save and talk about because of that. That being said, let's actually dig into the article. Fortnite and Disney are working together. Oh wait, first paragraph. At the start of 2024, Disney invested $1.5 billion in the Epic Games. Yes, that is true. I remember hearing about that. And revealed they had plans to create a Disney x Fortnite gaming entertainment universe. What the fuck does that mean? I don't remember hearing that. I just thought they brought some of the company. Here's my word. I'm going to read the highlight points. Disney's partnership with EG is a major step in the entertainment giant. Oh yeah, this was the joint I was saying I really hope fails because Disney don't need to be a powerhouse everywhere. When it comes to companies, they shouldn't all have monopolies. See this word over here? See this word over here? Monopoly? I never want a company to have that. No company should ever have a monopoly on a general idea. I never want Disney to ever produce a game that's even vaguely considered good because they already own a lot of the entertainment and animation space in terms of like dominance and market share. So for them to be dominant and have a market share anywhere else that's significant, I don't want that. Oh my fucking God. Alright, my fault. Like I was saying, I don't want Disney to have like a significant size market share in anything other than like visual entertainment because the market share they already have is too big, and you already see the way they run down on people for their stuff and things like that. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. I don't want them to be too dominant because then everybody will have to walk around going all hail Disney. They already did egregious stuff like extend copyright laws to unreasonable length to get their characters even harder to touch. Epic Games has plans to create... Oh wait, I just realized something. Since that's gonna be like that, I can move this over here. Okay, cool. Disney's partnership with Epic Games is a major step for the entertainment giant, making its largest. Epic Games has plans to create a metaverse within a Fortnite framework, transforming the game into a hub for various gaming and entertainment experiences. Fortnite could increase its crossover content from brands like Marvel, Star Wars, Avatar, and Avatar. Oh, wait. Avatar? Why the fuck is Avatar here? That's a Nickelodeon property and or a WB property, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Avatar. Let me see. Director, graphic novels. Who owns Avatar movie? Boom. Oh, 20th century. Oh, Fox owned it, and then okay, the rights got transferred over when Fox got brought. All right, that's cool. Okay, now, okay, I didn't know that. I thought that was owned by WB. That's why, like I always say, it takes 5 seconds to fucking Google. Or you say some dumb shit, Google is free. And Pixar, thanks to the partnership with Disney. So basically they want to make it easier to do collab skins, and Disney basically said, if you're ever going to do a collab skin with us, we're going to make some money off of it, which I mean is very Disney. So what can you say? What can you do? Can you really be surprised? Anyway, back to this. The reveal trailer for this partnership was quite ambiguous. They didn't have any concrete plans. They were just showing shit just to show shit, basically. But it showed that some of the features that it would bring to the table. As part of the gaming universe, fans will be able to play and create their own Disney content in Fortnite. What the fuck does that even mean in terms of entertainment and intent? Like, does that mean whenever somebody's doing something in Creative 2.0, they'll officially have the license to be able to use Disney properties? Because if so, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. I guess you gotta pay for the skins and stuff to use it, but I don't get it. Fans will be able to play and create their own Disney content in Fortnite in terms of Okay, where's in an interview with The Verge, that gotta be a username. That gotta be a username. Sax Person, Epic Games no way, that's his real name. He creates arts and Michael Sax Person. Okay, his name is probably Sax, and then that's his actual last name. But I was about to say, there's no way his whole last name was Sax Person. But the Epic Games EVP, what the fuck is an EVP? I never heard of that. I've heard CFO, COO, all that. Electric voice phenomenon cannot be that. Employee value proposition. That no. Oh, can be. Wait, what? Hey, if there's anybody who knows what the flying fuck this position means, what the hell it means? You stop. Bed.
Bro, why you calling?
You're aggravating me because I told you not to do that.
Slow down. Bro, whoa, who did what?
Down.
Nah, there's no way he did that. No.
Thank you, love you, puppy. Stay right there.
Ain't no way.
My fault. Dog. I had to do my dog. Anyway, it's also playing a fucking song, which is this shit. I don't give a fuck about the article. I really couldn't give a fuck. I got distracted too many times. Anyway, let's start with this. Now, I'm gonna say off the rip before I even start talking about this, before I even read into this anymore, I'm not personally a fan of Halo or anything Halo related at all, right? But I would go so far as to say I've been an anti-fan. I personally don't like Halo, like at all. Like, I understand it's revolutionary. It's a revolutionary FPS. All your favorite FPS wouldn't exist today if it wasn't for Halo, blah, blah, blah. Whoever made your favorite game is probably a fan of Halo. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. That's cool. I still don't like Halo. But people who are fans of Halo frequently say they don't know how the fuck 343 is like able to keep making games in this franchise, because anybody else, you do a bad job, a terrible, dirty, no good job 3 times in a row, and literally any company in any position, you do a bad job 3 times in a row, you get fired. But for some fucking reason, they keep letting 343 make Halo game after Halo game, remaster, expansion, experience, free-to-play experience that died in like a year and less than 2 years. So, like, out of their track record, according to Halo fans, because I say all the way back to Halo 1 was shit, but according to Halo fans, ever since 343 got a hold of the franchise, ass. But they still keep getting hired. And in fact, they still keep getting rehired to the point to where it's probably going to say it later in this article, but the headline for this article for the tweet that I saw this from was something along the lines of 343 Industries renamed themselves to Halo Studios. I don't know. I don't get it, bro. I feel like the Bungie developers that are over there struggling in a corner, being brought for $4 billion by Sony for no reason, they're rejoicing that this shit has nothing to do with them, because it's like, god damn, like they're rejoicing because they got $4 billion. Well, the CEO is rejoicing because he got $4 billion, but everybody in the company who has some dignity, they're like just curled up in a corner, shivering and shaking out of anger, because they have to, like, for the past decade, I believe it's the past decade, about the past decade, they've had to watch their baby that they created from scratch and molded into what they believe is regarded as one of the better FPS games that holds up and stands the test of time even now, just get stomped on and shitted on repeatedly by fucking 343 Industries, Flop for Flop Industries. That's what I'm gonna call them, Flop for Flop Industries. Keep, for some reason, being allowed to make games in this franchise that hardcore fans of the franchise don't even like. Some of them say Halo Infinite wasn't that bad, but obviously you're the only ones that think that, because that shit is basically shut down by now. On October 6th, just before the grand finals of this year's Halo World Championship, don't know who the fuck is watching that, but Halo announced that their studio, 343 Industries, would be rebranding as Halo Studios. They also revealed that all future games will be developed using Unreal Engine 5, which I don't really see how that affects the fact that 343 keeps fucking it up. I really don't understand what switching game engines is gonna do in this particular scenario. Like, yeah, you're using Unreal Engine 5 now, but if you start out with a piece of shit and put it in a mold that makes that piece of shit look like gold, but when I go to pick up what I think is gold, I realize, oh, this is really a big turd. It doesn't change the fact that it's a turd. So you can use Unreal Engine 5, you can make your own engine, you can use the Crysis engine, shit, you could go all the way back and use the damn Source engine that they use for Gmod. Bitch, you can use Fortnite Creative to make the fucking game. It's still gonna be ass. In a promotional clip paired with a brief interview on stream, the devs introduced this shift as the beginning of a new dawn. Maybe it will be the beginning of them pumping out some good games. Maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to make a fucking game that even me, I'd go so far as to say anti-Halo fan, would actually like. However, despite 343 Industries' 13-year tenure with Halo, so yeah, it is more than a decade, many fans remain skeptical, pointing to the franchise struggle to recapture the magic of... Wait. Oh. What the fuck? Am I bugging? Why can you not hear? Okay. There we go. Anyway. Struggle to recapture the magic of beloved original games made by Bungie, which is something I said earlier, so just so y'all don't think that I'm a cap, all this shit is in the article, bruh. I swear I don't be reading these articles. Fans were quick to point out that it just feels like an effort to diss the studio from its less than excellent history of 343 Industries. Don't worry, it's still gonna be 343. You can change the mold, you can change the name of the brand, it's still gonna be bullshit. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Not gonna lie, well, niggle, it's hilarious knowing that they changed their studio name because they needed to specify, we are not that studio everybody hates anymore, a user responded. Halo Studios presents Halo, another joked. Jokes are half true sometimes. Some players pointed out positive signs such as the graphics upgrades and capabilities with the introduction of UE5. Another, oh my god, it keeps picking songs. Of UE5, another was the changes to leadership. The guy who was in charge of fixing the Master Chief collection is now in charge of the studio. That seems to give some people hope. Well, I would argue that doesn't... See, fixing something that's broken is not the same skill set as fixing something that's good. Because with the Master Chief collection, I don't want to take away dude's credit. I just want to shape... How do I put this? I just want to shape your ability to see things from like a factual perspective and understand just because somebody did something good in one spot, that doesn't necessarily mean they'll be able to do something good in another spot. Because yeah, the collection may have been released broken and whatnot, but it's like just because you fixed something that was broken, it doesn't necessarily mean you could build a game from the ground up to be good. Because the Master Chief Collection was 3 or 4, I believe. I believe it was Halo 1 through 3 and then Tactics. I'm not sure, but it was Halo Combat Evolved 2 and 3 for sure in that bitch. And from what I remember, the game was glitchy. It was buggy. The online wasn't working right. What they did is, for some reason, I heard they took out and nerfed a lot of the stuff in Halo 2. Because if you actually look up a video about Halo 2, that game's actually pretty complex with the things that you could do in that game. And they went and did balance changes and took a lot of that stuff out of the game. And Halo fans was like, a few of these changes are welcome, but also the things that we see as the identity of this game, you took out, like the ability to, I don't remember the technical term for it, but it's some momentum shift shit you could do with the sword, and then like you could press button combos to like hit people, and it's a bunch of technical stuff. You have to actually look at a video from a Halo expert for them to actually like break it down properly. But basically they did a bunch of balance updates that took away the identity of the game that people who played the game loved. And a lot of Halo fans at the time was like, yo, what the fuck? Everything we like about this game, you took it out. Now we're playing what's essentially a different game. We don't want to play this. And on top of that, even if we did like the balance changes, now the fucking game doesn't work. I can't get into an online match, or if I do, it's working like shit. So I don't want to play the game. But I remember hearing that it got fixed later, but I was like, it shouldn't have released broken in the first place, because it's a fucking you're basically re-releasing the same game. You're updating a couple textures, re-recording a couple voice lines and sound effects here and there. Like, it shouldn't have released broken in the first place. Anyway, also another thing about this, I don't necessarily want to call copium, but part of this is the fact that they're seeing new leadership. They're probably optimistic because like it's anybody but the last fuck up, but we don't know if this person is gonna fuck up more or less. So I say, if you're a Halo fan and you're happy that leadership changed, take your happiness, ball it up. Well, don't ball it up because you love this game, obviously, because that's what I'm talking to. Fold it up neatly, put it in your front pocket, close it, put the button on it. If it'll actually go through. Actually go through the hole, please and thank you. Tap that and keep that safe. Keep your happiness close to your heart, because this dude is unproven. Just because you fixed a collection of games, not a fundamentally broken game, a collection of games, doesn't mean you could build a good game from the ground up. And I'm gonna keep repeating that because I still think Halo is a shit franchise, but I'm trying to be fair. The Master Chief Collection launched in 2014 with severe technical issues, including matchmaking failures and performance. Yeah, I just talked about that, bro. Fixes, content updates. Despite this, the overall consensus was vastly negative and unoptimistic about Halo's seeming revival. If this future Unreal Halo isn't fun, the updated graphics and easier tools won't mean a thing. Which, just in case y'all might look at it as, oh, he's a Halo hater, so he may be hating. No, I'm not hating. The update, just because your graphics are pretty doesn't mean your game is good. I always use stuff like Astrobot. Astrobot runs at fucking 30 frames per second. And that's going to be nominated, at minimum, nominated for Game of the Year. I think it should win Game of the Year because we need a lot more Astrobots and a lot less fucking 100 billion trillion hour games. Sweet, a video doc full of a bunch of vague platitudes about the promising future of Halo. I haven't seen that kind of energy from 343 before. One more time, the previous Halo titles have struggled with maintaining the franchise's signature balance of combat mechanics, pacing, and multiplayer appeal. Elements that Unreal Engine's technical improvements alone may not be able to fix. Hey, relax yourself. Thank you. Please don't scratch my pillow, sir. Like I said earlier, they're really just saying the same thoughts I have, just here. Halo 4 introduced diverse changes to multiplayer, straying away from competitive sandbox feel that defined series under Bungie. Halo 5 Guardians further alienated players with a disjointed and fast-paced, mobility-driven multiplayer experience that abandoned the tactical style longtime fans cherished. Even Halo Infinite, despite praise for its return to classic gameplay elements, faced content droughts, incomplete features, and a live service model that frustrated many players. What did I say about that game earlier? A lot of people didn't, a lot of like Halo core fans didn't mind Halo Infinite, but nobody else. That's why they had to sunset the fucking content for the game that they didn't even fucking release, according to this article. Since Bungie left Halo to develop the highly acclaimed Destiny 2 series in 2010, Microsoft's 343 Industries, Flop for Flop Industries, have never come close to reaching the heights of classic games. With the skepticism running deep, shaped by years of unfulfilled potential, the future hangs in a balance with Halo Studios and however the fuck that is, whoever that is. One thing I always said is after the ending of Halo 3, they should have never brought the franchise back for a 4 or 5 and a 6 or Infinite, whatever fuck game. Because I remember when I was younger in school, because like they said, this is 2014, 2010. I was in middle school and I remember my friends when Halo 3 first came out complaining like a motherfucker about the ending of Halo, saying that it was ass and that they didn't like it because it meant the end of the series. I think more games need to 3 and be done. Not every game can survive being made 5 and 6 and 7 times, as you can see, especially with Microsoft. Both of Microsoft's major franchises, like their, what I would say is their all-time biggest IPs, that being fucking Halo and Gears of War, after they got past their 3rd game, they just keep getting made, but they drop turd after turd. And it hurts to say that as a Gears of War fan, but Gears of War 4, even though it wasn't that bad, as bad as 5. No, either 5 or 4 was good and the other one was like a big what the fuck. The last 2 Gears of War games, 4 and 5, they were miss out of 10s. I'm gonna be real. Even as a Gears fans, they were miss out of 10s. The story wasn't too bad. You know, there was people screaming, whoa, DI. But the story wasn't too bad. But the gameplay, that shit was a whole different game. So I don't know, just pack it up, bro. Pack it up and make something different. What's crazy is Sunset Overdrive was a fucking fantastic game that y'all are holding the publishing rights to, that y'all don't want to let a new game be developed for, and y'all leaving that game in development rights hell. Y'all trying to make Halo 7 and we never got a Sunset Overdrive 2. You want to buy all these fucking studios that don't want to make shit like Bethesda, or if they do make something, they make shit, but they actually make like they make shit as in shit games, and y'all want to keep these studios on payroll, but y'all don't want to get a the studio that made Sunset Overdrive, I forgot, but y'all don't want to get a studio like them and have them produce an actually good game for you. You just want all these shitty booty ass live service games to have 100 fucking entries over and over. Either that or you're too busy putting your games on other platforms. It's like, bro, as a fan of gaming, it really hurts to see what happened to Microsoft. This article I just wanted to go over real quick because I know the average person doesn't care about this, but I am not the average person. I am a hardcore gamer, and I thought this would be interesting because even though I personally do not give a flying fuck about Persona or Danny Fantania